right, Tuesday, June 25th, and we've got headlines. Ready? Here we go. Number one, 3 eternal classic rock songs from Alice in Chains. I already talked about this last week. Every song of Alice in Chains is eternal, and you should listen to it because they are great. They're not everybody's cup of tea, but they are my cup of tea. All right, moving on. I didn't like it. Cyndi Lauper dishes on feud with Madonna as they rose to fame in the 80s. Yes, Cyndi Lauper, a great musician. But look, it's right in one of her songs. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. It was one of her most popular songs, and it's really one of the ones right in that time that Madonna was coming up that they probably battled on the charts with, who was doing the best. But she just wanted to have fun. She didn't want all the drama or nothing like that. It was right in the song. She just wants to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. Like that car really wanted to fly. Yeah. All right, next up. NASA rover discovers mysterious Mars boulder unlike any other. So are we saying that all the rocks on Mars need to be exactly the same, or is it okay that there's different rocks? Geez, NASA, didn't know you were so aggressive. All right, moving along. It is Tuesday. We got to go back into the bearded past. Nope, not back into the goateed, now short goateed. Which looks very good, by the way. Everyone should compliment Joe. He was doing something well, had the long goatee going. And you know what? Everyone can have their own style and whatnot. But Joe, it looks good, I think, with the short. Looks good, Joe. Right? Everyone agree? Kinda. Joe, short, goatee, looks good. Short, Anyway, good on you, Joe. But we're gonna go back into the bearded past with Zach.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? It's Tuesday, it's June 25th, and you kind of know what's about to happen. Let's get to it. Let's go back in the bearded past with Zach. And on this day in history, I'm going to go over just a few events. First of all, in 1993, that was the year I graduated high school. Actually, I was probably out of high school by about 3 weeks when this event happened on June 25th. Both Canada and Turkey elect female heads of government for the first time. Kim Campbell became Canada's, and Sue Siller, I'm totally butchering it, I'm so sorry, Turkey's prime minister on this day. Worldwide, women in the top political positions, they're still an exception today, and here they are, 31 years ago, making a splash then. So really cool, actually. Did not know. I was probably out doing 18-year-old things or 17-year-old things. 1967, the world's first live global satellite TV program is aired.
Good evening. This should be a moment in television history because this program will bring together more faces throughout the world than has ever been possible before. Live pictures from across the world will be brought to us here in Britain. At the same time, they will reach millions of viewers in 24 different countries throughout the world. For some people watching, it will be the evening as it is for us. For some, it will be breakfast time. For others, the middle of the day. For others, the middle of the night. This program would not have been possible before 1967. Europe was joined to America by satellite across the Atlantic in 1962. But the link across the Pacific was not completed until 1966.
The BBC program Our World, it featured artists from 19 countries. The Beatles premiered their song All You Need Is Love on the show. It had over 400 million viewers tune in. Very cool, very cool. 1950, Korean War begins. North Korea invades South Korea. It soon then, because originally the Korean War we weren't involved in, but it soon evolved into an international conflict and a proxy war between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, leading to fears of World War III. And it was, of course, ended by an armistice 3 years later. the parallel, all that stuff. But 1947, I believe a lot of us have probably read this, learned about it in school. Unfortunately, she died at the end of the war at the age of 15 in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. But on this day, 1947, the diary of Anne Frank is published. And it really kind of gave us an idea of what it was like to be a young kid growing up and having to hide literally for their lives during, and having to not only just hide for their lives, but also too, we got an idea of just what it was like to be a young person as well. So very, very, very sad, but also very cool in the sense that we were able to read somebody's personal view and done the way that Anne Frank was able to do it. You guys, it's been fun. Take care, and I'll catch you next week. All right, bye guys.
Very cool. Learn something new. All right, next up, we have the positive quote of the day, because normally we do it on Mondays to get the week going, but sometimes we need that re-jump start on Tuesday. So here's Hannah with a positive quote.
Happiness is not by chance, but by choice.
Sassy!
Ooh, that's a good one. Happiness is not by chance, it is by choice. However, there are moments where you may not be expecting to be extra happy, but something happens and boom, you're extra happy. That does happen, so a little bit by chance there. But how we choose to feel about something is 100% our responsibility to react to things. Something's gonna happen. Now we can say, oh yeah, that's really cool, but something bad can happen, or this is now gonna happen. There's a way to turn something positive, negative. We know those down rounders, people that never can accept something that's good. They always gotta find the negative in something good. It's a down rounder. But really, it's our choice. We can choose. We say, no, that's awesome. Sure, bad things can happen, but we're not going to think about that right now. Think about how awesome this thing is. It makes me happy. I'm going to stick with the happiness until it changes and maybe I'm not happy. But right now, I'm happy and I'm sticking to it. Right? Right? Right. Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah. All right. So we're going to move on now to filling our brains with some activity, thinking a little bit differently. We're happy now. We know what we got. We got the quote of the day. So we're happy. Now we got to think a little bit. The question of the day.
If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
I know one person that is in my family does that, but for like an animal, probably be my cat.
Your cat would be the rudest? I would say a sloth.
Her don't talk nothing because literally that's my favorite animal. I don't talk that much.
Maybe sassy sloth.
It would be a sassy sloth. That, you know what, it could be. We'll never know who would be the rudest, but I was talking to Clayton actually about this, like who would be the rudest? And we were like, definitely cats.
Kitties.
Yeah.
But they're so cute.
They're so cute.
They'll meow so
But
cute.
they know they're cute, and that's why they're rude. They're like, give me this,
Not
give
my-
me that, peasant.
Not my cat. Not my cat.
Not your cat?
No, she bites, scratches, and attacks people.
Oh my goodness. She's feisty, huh?
If animals could talk, who would be the rudest? I'm going to go with the hippo. The hippos seem to have a serious attitude, right? And they are angry. They seem to be really angry all the time. I don't ever see a hippo that seems happy. They always just seem angry, stomping around, chasing boats and people and alligators, and they're vicious dudes, really. So I would probably have to say the hippo probably Probably the rudest. I mean, snakes, they're still gonna bite you. So they may talk sweet, they may talk a little, have a little game when they talk, but they're still gonna bite you. Because snake in the grass, like the saying. And then giraffes, giraffes I could see being a little ornery at times, but you know what? They got their head in the clouds the whole time. They're so tall, they got their head in the clouds. They're just kind of aloof to everything. So they may come across as condescending, maybe. I don't know. Elephants, they're just taking care of their own thing. They're just minding their own business, having their own thing going on. So not really being rude until you make them be rude. Lions, tigers, bears, all of those guys. Yeah. I just think that they're doing their own thing. They're not going to be rude. In fact, I think bears, kind of like Baloo in the Jungle Book, could possibly be a bit funny, especially panda bears. Panda bears, I bet you those guys are just making jokes all the time. But I'm sticking with the hippo. Probably the rudest. Yep. There may be ones I'm missing, but I'm sticking with the hippo. All right. ASL phrase of the day, sign language word of the day, whatever we're calling it, of the day. We're going to learn some sign language right here that hopefully I won't forget. Is that right? Yeah, I won't forget. Here we go.
ASL word of the day is help. You do this palm out and then sort of thumbs up and then you do this and help. Like, I need help. Don't forget to ask for help.
All right, very good. Serena's giving me a lot of help with my sign language, which is great. She's actually giving us all a lot of help, which is awesome. And help seems like an easy one. I got that one pretty good, so I shouldn't forget that one while I'm riding my motorcycle and eating a hot dog. Ha ha! Oh boy. Serena's thinking I shouldn't have never given him those words. Yeah, whatever. All right, next up. Did you know this? Was Zach.
Did you know the world's oldest piece of gum is 9,000 years old?
Would you try it?
It depends if it tastes good, if it's on the ground.
What if it's like, I mean, it's 9,000 years old. It's going to have a bunch of dust on it. Would you just try it just to say you tried it?
Honestly, no. Because I'm allergic to dust.
That's the only reason why?
Yes.
The world's oldest gum is 9,000 years old. So they were making, I mean, how do we really know it was gum? I feel like gum was invented more recent, and whatever they were chewing on there, I mean, I can chew on a piece of jerky. Sometimes you get that really chewy beef jerky, and it's just, you can chew on a piece of jerky for a long time. I mean, how do we know it was really gum? I mean, what are we, I want some scientific proof that it was actually gum that we call today gum that was 9,000 years ago. I don't think so. I don't think they ground something as something else that was chewy. They probably got like some beeswax and mixed it with a little something, some dried fruit or something like that, and you could chew on it and chew on it and chew on it, and eventually it would dissolve or something like that, although this one, 9,000 years old. Yeesh. Anybody willing to try it? Zach was not willing to try it. I'm not willing to try it. 9,000 years old. That's crazy, man. Crazy. 9,000. I'm not buying it that it's gum. I just don't get it. It's something else. It's not gum. It's gum adjacent. But I'll bet you, see, gum, when you chew it, it does not dissolve. Okay, parts of it kind of dissolve and break down a little bit, but that gum is the same gum. You chew gum for 10 minutes, the gum hasn't really changed other than shape in the next hour and a half to 2 hours if you chewed it that long, which your jaw would be really sore. But 9,000 years old, it's not gum. It's something like gum, but not gum. That's what I'm sticking to. All right, guys, it's Tuesday. We got to get on to Wednesday. We got to get through Tuesday first. So go have a great day. Stay cool. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell you something very, very important. Stop what you're doing. Just relax. Go on, not right now, sometime later, at some point today, we have another new podcast out. And our podcast, we have 2 now out. Let me just clarify this. We have one, which is Got Plans, Modesto. That comes out on Fridays, every Friday. You can get it on Spotify and you can get it on Apple Podcasts. You can get it there and listen to it there. It's what's going on in the Modesto area. Every weekend we give you a quick rundown. Austin and I give you a quick rundown of a few things to do Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. And you got to check those out. So you can listen to that podcast, quick 15 minutes, great, good stuff. The other is a new one. It is our Firewood Frog Cafe podcast. We have no idea where this one is going. It's going to be fun. Right now, it's just Clayton and I blabbling on. We're going to have someone give us a random topic, and we just have to talk about it for a while. And then there's other things. We're going to challenge ourselves to different things. Check it out. That airs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We'll try and get it out on some other places. We're working on it. We're just getting this podcast studio stuff going. That's been what I've been talking about off to the left of the camera here. The podcast studio. We're starting that up. So we'll get you guys involved as we learn and grow this thing. But for now, download those apps on your phone. Not right now. Do it later. Download those apps. If you don't already have them, check us out. We'll give you names. Ask the staff. Ask myself. Ask somebody. And share it. If you find it interesting, you want to see what you're doing this weekend, you got the Got Plans podcast. If you want to just listen to some good conversation, relax a little bit. I mean, it's not relaxing to listen to Clayton and I blabber on, but we talk about some cool and interesting things. You never know what we're going to talk about. Always something new. Check that one out as well. That is the Firewood Frog Cafe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday. Take care.